be educated, but I'm so frustrated. Hello to my loneliness. I guess that ignorance is bliss. Take me back to be.
Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. You see me post a few pictures of this. So, those of you that are unfamiliar with this car, or if you're new to the channel, first of all, welcome, if you're new. I've had quite a flurry of new subscribers, which is awesome. Well, that is a massive spider web, and a massive spider. Size of that. Those of you new to the channel, thank you very much for subscribing. Have a look around, there are some stickers available and bits and pieces like that, and if you really love it, you can become a member, which will be absolutely awesome. So, this episode, as the title suggests, let's work out what's wrong with the Clubman estate. So, if you wind back to May, Himley Hall mini show, British Mini Club Mini Himley Hall. I put a few posts out trying to get this car ready for that event, and it just didn't work. It didn't want to run. It had driven from the workshop 2 nights before that, absolutely fine. And after being just parked up over the winter, or since Goodwood, so 4 months laid up, started up fine, absolutely perfect, drove it, spot on, and then we've had this starting issue, which just, yeah, I don't know why. I don't know why it's been like that. It wouldn't start, so I gave up, tried everything. So in the engine bay, I haven't done any more really since parking it up in May. Well, not on purpose parking it up, but I stopped working on it in May, and we took Matt's Mini Phoenix to the show. Issues we've had. Got a water leak. I've just topped that up off camera, so we'll see. Nothing seems to be coming out the bottom, but it seems to be leaking when the engine's running. So potentially a core plug, potentially a really dodgy hose, or potentially the rad itself. Hopefully not too bad. It doesn't look like the water pump. That looks actually okay. First of all, for this awful fuel pump, which I desperately want to change, I'm going to try and get it running on a manual pump in a future episode, yes again. Thought that was the issue. I've got 2 of these, tried the other one, and they both did the same. They weren't bringing fuel up from down there, basically. So, got a bit of welding rod, shoved it all the way to the end, and I kind of got about 30 centimetres from the tank, and it got stuck. So I'm assuming there's a blockage. That's why I didn't get any fuel whatsoever. When I put fuel into the float bowl, it ran until the float bowl ran out. So in my eyes, I concluded that we've potentially got a radiator failure or a pipe failure, and we've got fuel starvation, so some gunk's got stuck up in the fuel. That's how I left it. It's not what moved. All I've done is top the water back up. I've just rolled it out of the garage. As you can see, we've got this out and the sidewalk. If you haven't got the episode, I've sold my T2 van. Yeah, just watch that video. You'll find out the reasons why. But I've got space in my driveway, and this was living in here. So let's get this one at least running and driving, so we can try and get it kind of recommissioned and back out on the road. So before we get stuck into seeing a bit of start, I have already grabbed the keys out, so we've got them here. The car itself, if you're new to the channel, it's a 1972 Clubman estate. It's essentially quite original. It's had an A panel and I think a sill, but other than that, it's kind of how it was. People love or hate the condition of it. It's got paint that was thrown over the bonnet when it was in a garden, laid up for I think 13 years. It's all just patina. The roof's been painted brown at some point. There is something about it. I just absolutely love this car, and for the most part, it does drive really well. We have used it quite a bit, especially through lockdown. We really enjoyed using it then. So yeah, it's essentially a storage shed at the moment, and yeah, it's just a really useful little car to have. Shop dog, there she is. Really good, useful little car to have on the road. So I'd like to get it fixed. Let's throw a battery on and see what we've got. So in here is again, because it's been in the garage, I've got my fridge, some signs. That's the original battery out of it. I've just checked what the voltage is on it, and it's absolutely dead, so I'm going to bung that on charge. But Vera, the good old Volvo 940, lives again. Let's see if we've got anything from that. So that's that plugged back in. Obviously I'm not strapping it down, don't need to do that, we're just trying to get it started. So let's see what happens. Right, so I'll set you up in the engine bay, best place I can get you, so hold on tight. Hopefully you don't fall off. Will she start? He started, it's a he, this car. So first off, let's just quickly check that. Pretty sure I had dashboard oil. Yeah, it's bob on. So yes, we've got oil, that's good. I used the correct SU oil for this as well. And we'll get onto that in a second. So we've got that. Fluids are good, I've checked the oil already. We're all good. Will it start? What the hell? That's not made up for YouTube. What are you doing? So I'll just quickly walk away because you won't be able to hear me there. That's not made up for YouTube. Listen to it. Why wouldn't it run in vain? All I've done is put a bit of E5 in there and left it. I left it. When I parked up in May, I chucked a bit of extra fuel in it because I thought the fuel was blocked. Thought it ran out of fuel and then I found out it was blocked. Left that E5 in there, pushed it in the garage, bought Volkswagen. What the hell? Oh, lost it. We've lost it. Let's see if it. Well, it does want to run. Now it has got fuel, so it's not that. I hate that fuel pump. The sound it makes just bugs the hell out of me. It shouldn't be there. Is that the... It just started on the button. Where will she start? Where will she start? Oh. Right, there's no point cranking. It's just gonna flood the engine. Right, have we got a water leak? That's not from this car. That's just water. This is quite baffling. Well, we've got pressure. Obviously I hadn't ran that long, so that's not very hot. No pressure. Right, let's just give it a minute because you're just going to flood it otherwise. Well, I've got you. Remember to subscribe to the channel, number 1. Number 2, go and check out our sponsors. We've got Minimine on the screen now. There's a discount code for Minimine. That is where you can get some SU oil, the correct SU oil. They sell it on their eBay shop, along with loads of other bits and bobs. We're going to have to buy some bits for this for sure. So whatever I buy, I'll bring through and show you guys. Yeah, go check them out. There's discount code on the screen now, or drop in the comments and you'll drop in the description and you'll see everything you need down there. While you're there, there's Frost as well. So go and check them out. Your tools, consumables and stuff like that. They've got a big sale on and stuff like that at the moment. So please go check them out. There's a discount code for you guys there too. please go and check it out. It massively helps the channel. Right. That sounds very empty in there. That sounds like a very empty tank. So let's bob that back on there. Stick that over there. And let's just see if we have a little more joy. Also, I really should buy a new key for this. The top snapped off it. That's how I bought the car. Is it going to start? I mean, it shouldn't need any choke, really. Ah. Right, so you heard that, it fired and then died again. So that's what it was doing last time. It was basically using what it could out of the float bowl and then dying, which is kind of what it's done. Maybe I should let it warm up a little bit, let the fuel pull the fuel through. Well, first of all, it started, and you guys saw a few seconds that idling, but it idled for about 30-40 seconds on its own before I pulled the accelerator there just to kind of warm it up. We're back to square one, but at least it actually tries to start, whereas before it wasn't even trying to start. Before, I wanted to do a video on it, but I got so frustrated and then we had to get ready for Himley. I was getting spark and all that sort of stuff, so I checked all the usual stuff, pulled all the plugs, cleaned all the plugs, put the plugs back in, checked compression, read all that. I've got a horrible feeling it's a fuel problem. I think it's either sludge in the tank, crap in the tank, or that fuel pump is over fueling it, so it's using what it can, and then I don't know. I'm gonna have a bit of an investigation. So we've got a fuel problem and a water problem. It's not leaking water actually. Oh yes it is, there we go. There you go. It looks... Oh, the bottom of the rad's a bit crusty. Could it just be? Could it just be a rad? Yeah, I don't know how old that one is. It was in it when I bought it. Right. I think we're throw that down. That's the paint I meant. It's thrown all over the bonnet. So, what have we learned? Number one, we've learned that it's obviously not a serious fault, because it does want to start, it does want to run, it does want to do its thing. Still got the water leak. The water leak's not such a problem. Originally I thought it might have been a core plug, but it definitely hasn't done a core plug. So whatever it is, it's a cooling system wise, we can just rip all that out anyway. One thing this car's always been missing is the fan spacer that pushes the fan inside the cowl. A slightly different setup on a Clubman, so the fan's further over. So I actually need to get that spacer. Minimine sell that, so I'll be buying that. But we need to investigate this fuel problem. So I'm not going to keep cranking it because I'm just going to flood it. I haven't got a spark plug tool here either, so I can't actually pull the plugs here now at the moment. So, yeah, we've got two faults, haven't we? So, I hope you're happy to see this car back on the channel. I'm very, very happy to be filming it again. It's I really want this on the road. It's just something a bit different. I really do enjoy it, and it's quite a useful little car to go into the unit and stuff like that in. So, hope you're happy to see this car back. Any suggestions, let us know. I'm just going to put it down as a fuel fault at the moment. And I think what I'll do is I'll leave it and I'll do another episode where we've investigated it a little bit more, and we might pull the cooling system apart and see if we can find what the fault is with that. and at least we can narrow some stuff down. But what I'll do is I'll get some more fuel in it, because there's definitely not enough fuel in this. It's probably not helping it at all. So in the next episode we're going to try, hopefully we'll either try and get the fueling right, so we might try and get it onto a manual pump again. I've always wanted to have it running on a manual pump. It's never been like that, I don't know why. It shouldn't have an electric pump, this car. The washer bottle should be where that pump is. So wherever one or two things in the next episode, we'll work out the water fault or we'll work out the fuel fault. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Remember to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and yeah, comment away. So yeah, buzzing working on this. I love this thing. It's so cool. Catch you soon.